This child influencer is taking over the internet by a storm, and not for a good reason. Despite being only 4 years old, she is forced to take bookings by her mother doing inappropriate dances in bars and nightclubs for grown adults, also that her mother can make money for herself. There's been a lot of controversy from the inappropriate dances to her mother starting an OF page, which has led to CPS being called.
I see everybody asking $1 million question. Who called CPS on Miss Shirley mama? Guilty.
So this is Miss Shirley, but calling a 4-year-old kid who barely got out of diapers Miss does not feel right, and her name isn't even Shirley. It's Lariah, so that's what I'll be calling her. When I hear Miss Shirley, right away I think of Shirley Temple, which has a lot of significance because she was a child actress who was depicted as a cute, innocent girl. But behind the scenes, a lot of shady stuff went down, and looking back at many of her movies, the way she was treated, her roles in various films, it would not pass in today's world. So let me show you the video that got Lariah famous in the first place. It's a line dance to the song Boots on the Ground by 803 Fresh, and it has 19 million views. The video itself isn't too bad. She's just vibing, dancing, and looking like she's having a great time. But the way she's popping her hip, you can see how some might find it inappropriate for her age and some might have a problem with it. But there are some other videos which definitely raises some concerns. Playing dress up, it's a normal thing for a child to do. It's fun to put on a dress, high heels, and wear a wig, pretending that you're grown up. Even me, I remember when I was a kid, I wanted to try on high heels for fun, just to see how difficult it would be to walk around in them. But it's one thing when you're doing this in your own household, and it's another when your mom records you while dancing and posts it online. The song in question is My by Johnny Gill, and it is not a kid-friendly song at all. Slip on your nightgown, step in our bedroom, make love all night long, make love till the break of dawn. You watch the music video and you'll quickly see what it's all about. Don't get me wrong, it's a great song, but it's not a song that a child should be dancing to as she gets all dressed up, puts on lipstick, and wears a wig, and be put on social media for millions of people to see. So as of now, with what we've seen, yes, it's weird, but it's not enough to say that Lariah's mom is a terrible human being. But it's important to remember context as things continue to unfold.
I just seen this video, and like at first, I didn't really realize what people meant when they say she was grown, but this video, it shows every bit of grown. Yes, literally. And it's like she being coached through it. Like, look at how she looking at her and then following her, and y'all got that little girl mouthing the lyrics and stuff. Like, no, she is not your friend. Y'all need to go sit that little girl down somewhere. Absolutely not. Unacceptable parenting.
Now this is harder to defend. That was the only repost of the video that I could find, and it's a bit hard to hear the song from all the talking, which is a good thing. The commentator is on point with what they're saying. Now, thankfully, a lot of people do see a problem with this because it's gross. This is no way a 4-year-old child should be dancing. But it's concerning that there are some people defending this and commenting, saying it's literally the dance. If the woman in the video was doing the dance on her own, then it wouldn't be a problem because, you know, she's an adult. But the problem is that as these explicit lyrics are playing, the woman is coaching this 4-year-old child to touch those body parts. The more videos you watch, the more you begin to understand what might have been originally seen as just innocent and fun has a much more sinister truth behind it. The very first video that was uploaded on the Miss Shirley TikTok account is absolutely disgusting, and I am shocked that I haven't heard anyone talk about it. It's a video of Lariah that was posted on July 15, 2021, and I am in disbelief. I am in disgust with what I am seeing. I'm not gonna show the video because I don't think it should be allowed on the internet in the first place, but it's a montage of several videos and photos. The first being a video of baby Lariah with nothing on except for a diaper. One could argue that she's just a baby, but the reason that I'm in disgust is because I know what is ahead, and I know what this mother has been doing to her daughter and how she's been betraying her online. The mother has been exploiting her daughter on social media straight out of the womb. It's creepy, it's disgusting, and especially when you consider how her mother is sexualizing her daughter online, and with what we're about to get into. So Lariah has gone extremely viral over the past couple months, and that's because she's a great kid full of energy. Putting the concerning things aside, she's a great dancer, especially for a 4-year-old. It's very impressive. So recently Lariah was invited on the Jennifer Hudson show, and the interview portion is adorable. It's very sweet. I think it's every kid's dream to be on TV, and she was probably thrilled to be on the show. And everything was fine until Jennifer took out the fan and put on music for Lariah to dance to. She goes on stage with Jennifer, and actress Niecy Nash-Betts to show them how to do her famous boots on the ground dance. And I didn't think anything wrong would go down because this is national television, but then Lariah starts shaking her butt and they zoom in on it. I don't feel comfortable sharing this because to me this is very wrong, but I'll show it censored just so you get an idea of what I'm talking about. I'm not a father and I don't plan on being for a very long time, but never would I ever allow my 4-year-old daughter to be portrayed on the internet this way. A child deserves to be just that, a child. There's some people out there making the argument that if you see this in the weird way, then maybe you're the weird one, which I find a ton of bullshit. While the women shake their butts during the kicks, take a look at this guy and what he does during the kicks. I'ma get behind that thing, girl, and hold it. And there is nothing wrong with an adult doing it, but it's a problem when you have a 4-year-old child doing it in front of adults. There are some videos that I've seen, like this one here you'll see in a second, which take it way too far. And this is the reality of being successful on social media. When things get stale, you take things that once work and slightly change it so that the views and money keep rolling in. The dancing videos are one thing, but it's another when a mother allows grown adults to be booking their child at bars and nightclubs. In the beginning, Lariah looked happy, like she was dancing of her own free will, but now she just looks tired. Here's a clip from a sponsorship she did with ORS Hair Care, and she does not look as enthusiastic as she once did. Here's another clip of Lariah at some event, and it would be cute if this were some type of family party and she was dancing with her aunts and uncles and cousins, but that is not the case. This is a child dancing for strangers at an adult function. This looks like the face of someone who was dragged to the event and told to dance, not wanting to do the dance because she loves the song and felt like dancing. And I don't blame her for losing interest. It must get exhausting doing the same dance over and over again for people you don't even know. It's just weird. In the majority of the videos, she's dancing with what seems like exclusively for adults. Who's to say that Lariah is even getting any of this money? When it comes to the child entertainment industry, there are laws and regulations put into place to help protect children. For instance, you got Coogan's Law, which sets aside a specific percentage of a child's income into a trust, and once they turn 18, they can access that. But when it comes to social media, a private business, there's not much protection. I really hope that Lariah is getting a good portion of this money and that her mother isn't just living through her daughter and using her as a cash cow. And another thing that has a lot of people uncomfortable are all the grown men picking up Lariah and having her sit on their lap. People saying things like, ain't no grown man picking up my child. Letting a whole grown stranger holding your kid is dangerous. Apparently this video was from an adult nightclub in Birmingham, Atlanta, which is already weird enough because a kid should not be at this type of place. Here's a video of what someone had to say about this.
As a mother myself, the way Miss Shirley's mother is throwing her to the wolves to all these grown-ass adults for them to touch her is really irritating me. There's no reasonable justification as to why that little girl keeps on being handed off to men for her to sit on their laps. Make it make sense. Not every person that comes in contact with your child gotta touch them. Why are you letting grown men put their hands on your little girl? Regardless if it's innocent or not, it's weird.
As I've said, this is a very controversial topic, and although it might seem like the majority of the internet is against this whole Miss Shirley thing and the exploitation, there are some people out there defending her mom.
Yes, we know the files is looking at Miss Shirley, honey. We know. Do you not know that eggs are $10 a dozen? Are we not living in a climate where honey, nothing is affordable? It is expensive to live. Let these people get some money and change their lives.
Are we really justifying exploiting and sexualizing your daughter just so that you can make a bag for yourself? I don't want to hear that groceries are expensive. If you can't afford to buy that for yourself with your own income, then maybe you shouldn't be having a child.
I find it so insane of people sitting here blaming that little girl for having fun, for dancing, for doing something that she loves, something that makes her happy as a child, rather than sitting here blaming you, yourselves, the adults, for sitting here over-sexualizing a child. And it's only because she's black.
What? Oh my god, there it is. What does that even mean? Because of her color, it's okay for her to be exploited and her innocence ripped away from her by her mother? This has nothing to do with color. Profiting off your child, having her dance to songs that repeat the lyrics and dancing in a sexual way is never okay.
I promise you, if she was a white girl doing the same thing, this situation would not be at hand.
Hello, Ren Eleanor, Jenny Popach, Beatbop, Piper Raquel. Patrick Starr over here living under a rock must have not heard about the Bad Influence documentary. The exploitation on social media is not a new topic and is not confined to a particular race. And what does this person mean blaming the kid? Who is blaming the kid? So as we've seen so far, there are some major red flags going on, from the inappropriate dances to being booked at adult functions. But recently what caught a lot of attention was the OnlyFans page being set up by her mother. According to recent sources, allegedly Miss Shirley's mother registered her for the popular adult platform OF. Originally, the platform was used for fans to pay for exclusive content from artists, yoga instructors, and people of influence before it was used for adult purposes. So this took over the internet by a storm, and rightfully so, because yes, although OF can be used for other things, the reputation that OF has now is very much different. The OF people once knew before is long gone, as it was taken over by bop girls and used by gooners to engage in gooner activities. So having a 4-year-old child on this platform, knowing the other type of stuff that's on there, is insane and definitely got to be illegal. Knowing that people are going to subscribe to that page thinking that maybe there's a possibility they will be able to see that type of stuff of a 4-year-old, this created so much traction, so much outrage that someone actually called CPS. And Lariah's mother was absolutely pissed.
When they called me in the room today and told me they had to do an investigation, and my baby had to literally sit outside in a motherfucking chair by her motherfucking self because some stupid to called in. Now they want to come in and take pictures of my motherfucking house. A forensic investigation. They want to know, has somebody touched her? Why the my baby 4 years old gotta go through some shit like that?
Now I want y'all to keep in mind that as she was yelling and swearing, her daughter was in the room right beside her.
I'm not gonna move, I'm not gonna dance or nothing.
It turns out that Miss Shirley had an OF page, but not an OnlyFans page. Here's the page in question. It was actually a Facebook fan page, a regular fan page that you would see of any other celebrity, but the name, Miss Shirley's Dance Universe, and in brackets, OnlyFans page. So obviously you can see where the misconception began, why people were confused and thought that there was an OnlyFans page of her daughter. Apparently the reason that she put in brackets OnlyFans page is because that was the OnlyFans page of her daughter, as it sounds. I don't buy the excuse by her mother. I think she knew what she was doing by putting in brackets OnlyFans page. She knew that people would be searching up her sexualized daughter online, Googling Lariah OF, and that would be the first page that comes up. Now, to be fair, as of today, the account is now called Miss Shirley's Dance Universe. They removed the brackets OnlyFans page. Now, whether or not that was because of the backlash or because her mother genuinely screwed up and just didn't realize what she did is up to you, but I don't know. That's a pretty bad thing to mess up. Let's see what Patrick Starr had to say about this.
The mom did not make an OnlyFans, as you can see here. She made a Facebook fan page and she put OnlyFans page, meaning that this is the only fan page for her daughter. Not saying that she has an OnlyFans. And honestly, the fact that y'all can't read doesn't even surprise me. And then also, you can't sit here and say, oh, well, I wouldn't have my daughter doing that because there are predators. Predators touch and SA little girls who are sleeping in bed. Predators come for people who are full-grown adults just sitting in their homes. So you can't sit here and say that, oh, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, so you're just not going to have a child. You're not, because predators are everywhere and they do and look at anything.
Yes, predators are everywhere and will always exist, but as a parent, you're not supposed to actively be putting your child into situations which increase their likelihood of becoming a victim. For instance, I wouldn't give my 10-year-old child a 20K Rolex and having him walk around in a shaky neighborhood, waving it around to everyone saying,
ooh, look what I have, look what I have.
Yes, robbers will always exist, but you don't go out there advertising to them to come and get you. And the same thing applies to the Miss Shirley situation. As a mother, you should not be recording your daughter, coaching her to dance to suggestive songs, suggestive dancing, posting it online so you can make a profit while driving predators towards her. She deserves to be a kid and be around other kids and enjoy life and smile and happy and just live life. If she wants to dance, that is one thing, but as we can see in so many clips, she just does not look like she wants to be there. A 4-year-old child should not be your sole source of income. I know this is a very controversial topic, and with that being said, I have my opinion and you are definitely entitled to yours. So leave a comment down below and let me know. Let's start a discussion. I'm all about engaging in discussion and just hearing other perspectives and point of view and really just trying to gain a better understanding of the world from every single angle. If you enjoyed my coverage on this topic, please leave a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. But that's officially going to do it. So until next time, it's been IvanSteff.